I'm Nick, and this is Kenny. We're the Malt Vault. Strap on. We're going to cover today something that I got.
AIDS.
No, the other thing.
HIV.
Chlamydia.
Let's talk about the clap. I did watch Get Him to the Greek the other day. Good movie. Anyways, Rasta Brand, you sound like you're from London.
You sound like you got demonetized on YouTube.
We are going to cover Lakeside Summer Kolsch with Lime and Agave by Frog Alley Brewing. Got yourselves a pounder here.
Sounds better when you talk into the microphone.
Oh, my bad. So, this is the Malt Vault Podcast coming to you live from Kenny's kid's mom's basement. And we're drinking out of our new combustion. Is it combustion?
I think it's Cum Bucket.
Brewing tap room that we just frequented for Oktoberfest. All three of us participated in the Stein holding competition.
Stein Grab 2007, I believe it was called, in Beer Fest.
Lucky Stein.
Something like that.
She-Wolf. She-Wolf beat you.
Strawberry beer. We loved it.
Yeah.
The judges didn't.
It was okay. Have you tried it yet?
I haven't. I just poured it. I just cracked it. I just poured it. And I've never seen this beer before. Where did you get it from?
I got it actually at a wedding that I was at for my cousin's wedding up in Schenectady. Actually, the wedding was in Albany, but Schenectady was too hard to pass up on the name.
Was it your cousin's wedding or was it a wedding you were there for your cousin's wedding?
My cousin's wedding that I attended.
And they had this beer, or you went to a shop nearby?
I went to a local frequented establishment to grab a local beer.
He bought it for the extras from the venue. Like, you guys done with this shit? Because I'll take whatever you
Kenny
got extra.
has plenty to tell about that on his wedding. Didn't we all walk away with cases of beer?
Yeah, we all except for me.
Yeah. Well,
my dad handed out all our extra beer.
Consummating your marriage. Oh, that's good. I can taste the lime and the agave.
Keep going without me. I'm fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
So this has agave?
Lime and agave.
Katie's highly allergic.
It's a little tart. I'm not gonna lie. It's handcrafted in New York, obviously Schenectady, near New Albany, or near Albany. Pardon me, not New Albany. Untappd has 29,000, almost 30,000. They're reaching that pinnacle of 30,000 views.
30,000?
Almost.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got a 3.77. So Seth, do you know how that rates on our current amount of?
No, hold on. We gotta pause. I'm fucked over here.
A few moments later.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Okay, we are back after that exclusive fuck up that you only find here on the Malt Vault Podcast.
We're all about fuck ups, and when they're fuck ups, they're exclusive.
Did you say Schenectady earlier?
Schenectady.
That's badass.
I feel like if you went on a bender and went on like a Tinder bender, and you had a connection, you could have a Connectedy in Schenectady.
Did you?
I thought about that.
Yeah, clearly.
Shows.
Nothing that I do is ever spontaneous. I'm not that quick. That's the wit that you have.
You're not quick, Nick?
Yeah, no.
Slow Joe.
It's not my Nick's name.
So, Frog Alley Brewing. That was up near the wedding you were
So you took
with.
I-90, which was by
I don't need directions.
Yeah, you don't want to go. The wedding was lovely.
This
the
is
trip
pretty
was
good.
Not lovely.
This is pretty good. It's different.
Yeah, it's a little pungent.
What do you call this? A Kolsch?
Yeah, it's a Kolsch. Summer Kolsch.
Do you know what
Lime and agave.
Where did the word Kolsch, not typically a word that you say very often, where do we think that originates from? Who put me on Meat Spin? God damn it.
Oh, check the other tab.
Yeah,
It's
no,
live and
I
well.
saw 2 tabs. I haven't been there for a while, thank you. I mean, if you haven't been to Meat Spin in a while, you should check it out. Get your spin counter up. Get the numbies up.
Seth's like,
Kolsch is a pale ale. Is a German pale ale brewed in and around the city of Cologne.
Hold on a second.
Cologne.
It's
a hybrid product.
Nick, shut up for a second.
Oh.
And by shut up, I mean we have to pause. Are we getting feedback from your mic? Talk for a second.
A few moments later.
So anyways, you asked what a Kolsch was, right?
Yes.
And where it's derived from. Obviously, it's German. It feels like everything that we've done in this podcast has been some verified thing from Germany. So it's a German pale ale brewed in and around the city of Cologne, which is pronounced Köln. It's a hybrid product that combines the characteristics of both ale and lager.
Hyper product?
hybrid.
Hybrid. Okay.
Hybrid animals.
So a lager and an ale.
Product. Lager.
Lager and an ale. I could think of a better word for lager and ale hybrid.
Yeah, lale.
A lale.
Or an auger.
Or an auger. Well, that might
be a
actually
good
help
one.
you with home improvement.
What, go ahead.
No, you're up.
Asia. I was going to say, do they all have lime and agave? Because this is kind of cool. I like this beer. That's all I have to say. I don't know about this.
Seth and I partook in a Grolsch, which was also a Kolsch.
I'm lost.
Do you remember the blue bottle that we had, and it had a clap or like a clasp? Remember that?
Blue bottle.
It was. Did I say blue? I meant green.
Maybe you did say that. I don't know.
I think I said green. It's green, and you unsnapped it like an old water bottle, or you could open it, and it snapped open. It had like a stopper, a white stopper. And I used to be like, Grolsch, and you'd be like, ha ha ha, and we tried it.
I don't, but I could see me laughing at you yelling Grolsch.
And I was like, Pam, 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 and then you sneezed in my tea.
What was that from?
The Office.
One that we got to bring Mrs. Maltvault on for Office references because I don't get all of them. I've only seen it through once. She's seen it through 7. I go in at night. I go up, get on the computer, edit shit, and I hear The Office on because she's in bed sleeping and she just has it playing.
It's a safety blanket. Everyone can agree with me. Of all the 3 people watching, The Office is now a safety blanket. You put it on in a room and you feel like you're with your friends because you've watched it so much that you think that you're with people that you're comfortable with. It's not a uncommon thing.
Nick has his hand raised. Go for Nick.
Trying to be respectful of people's voices and time.
Run it.
What is the correlation between a safety blanket and a blanket statement?
Security blanket, I'm sorry. But
security blanket.
Blanket statement.
I can field this.
Go ahead.
Level of autism from 0 to 10.
Resident expert Seth.
The weighted blankets, safety blanket, generally used for some type of
smothering. I mean, comfort.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby going to the light.
You got to cut around the meat.
Was that from that movie?
Yeah. Remember when he gets in, he's like, y'all walk around, your legs all fat and cocky, and seeing me in my chair.
Why are you doing this?
And he shoves the steak knife in his leg, and then the big black dude was like, cut around the meat. And he like starts cutting around it with another knife.
That's weird. That's what the doctor yelled when my son was born.
I got to cut out me like laughing into the mic there. But real quick on that note, being stabbed in the leg, it's more of a Mr. Deeds thing.
You know?
No, that was a fire poker in the foot.
I was going to say it was more of a thing.
We have to bleep this whole part out. A very specific person. Shout out you. Cheers. This one's for you, Lakeside Summer Kolsch.
Hopefully you're never listening to this because you might feel worse.
That might be a good thing, though. Like, if somebody's out there from high school thinking about you, you're like, yeah, that guy's, he's still got it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's not insulting. If you take offense to that,
It's very superficial.
don't message me.
What do you mean, Nick, what are you doing with your fingers? You playing the piano over there? I know for a fact you don't tickle the ivories. Get that shit out of here. I'm trying to produce a podcast that
Tickle
7
the
people
ivories.
watch.
Doesn't sound like a felt nightmare.
He said tickle the ivories.
That was the only piano reference I could come up with.
No, that was good.
Ludwig von Beethoven.
I had a thought, and I've run this by several of our friends before. What if we go on Facebook? Kenny, you probably don't even have it. Yeah, we have one friend.
Me.
We go back and find a picture from like 12 years ago of some random person, and we all like that photo at the same time. That plays, right?
Like a 12-year-old photo.
Yeah.
What's your question, though? Like, do you think that makes that person feel weird?
What's the response that you get? Not you personally, but
What's the desired
what goes on in
response?
your brain? What goes on in your brain if you get on? I don't use Facebook often, like maybe Marketplace, but you get on Facebook one morning and you see that 12 people liked a photo that's been on Facebook for 10 years. You're like, shit, someone was talking about me in this specific photo, right? It has to be.
You gotta feel a little cornered.
I mean, anytime anyone likes your photo, you're probably going to think, are you bringing one up?
No, but I'd be rizzed up about it.
Yeah? You get that charisma from it?
Yeah. While we're talking, I know I got us on the subject, but this isn't a brag. I think we need to go back and check the tapes, check the votes. Somebody fucking voted me best personality in high school. I think it was fraudulent.
What year?
When we were seniors, it was like senior superlative.
Was that 05 or 06?
06.
Right there. Blue book, I think, Nick. Pass it to me. I'll do it. I know that book. Oh, sorry.
That's my camera.
That's my bad.
Oh, wait, we got to pause.
Go ahead.
The camera was holding up.
Completely forgot.
Held up by the photography.
Forgot that the book was there. We can keep talking, Nick. He'll just edit himself up for this.
Yeah.
But no, so you go on.
I feel weirded out. If somebody,
you wouldn't.
Like, if I had like 5 people like my photo from like 10 years ago, I'd feel like, what am I missing?
That's a hyper compliment. You'd be like, somebody was somewhere talking about this specific incident of this photo, right?
Yeah. I can see that.
I'll check you, Seth.
That makes sense. I mean, like, I get that part of it, but like, to me, as someone who has that picture, and especially if these people have followed me for a really long time, I'm gonna be like, what in the fuck was happening?
Yeah, that's fair.
Frame check me.
Yeah, you're wearing a pirate shirt.
Yeah, you're
Tank top, not a hoodie.
You're in. Yeah,
No hoodies here.
I'll check it.
I'm going to use that from now on. No hoodies here.
But I think that this was either a prank or Carly Dent was just like, yeah, Seth, we'll just fucking put him in for it because we
Wasn't
lost.
she our class president?
She was the yearbook editor.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I think this was fraudulent. Nobody fucking voted for me for this shit.
Who was questioning that in 2006? We're like, that's bullshit.
Me.
Yeah, well, you're one in 215 that graduated.
Well, nobody's talked to me about it because I think they don't want to be, they're not forward enough.
I mean, if somebody sat down and talked to you like intellectually for a while, they probably realized you had a pretty decent personality. You weren't outgoing like I was. I was more likely to get drafted as class clown.
I just pulled up the first page and Carly Dent is on there.
Yeah, I dude, this was
gonna senior
She was
play
in
that I was
Yearbook?
in.
Makes sense.
She was the editor.
She's on every page.
She's cooking the books.
All right,
That
so
book.
That was a great. Yeah, Enron, Kenneth laid this shit.
Great year.
Carly, we got to get you on the pod. I need to set the record straight.
Do you want to hear something funny about Frog Valley?
I was
the beer
injured,
we're
not a big
drinking?
deal.
Yeah,
All right.
I do.
No, I mean, I'm fine with talking about nostalgia.
I
I'm
know,
all about
I know
nostalgic
you
meals
are.
and patio drinks. I know we're not on a patio right now. We're in a basement, but we could close our eyes and imagine we're on a patio.
Nick, you better talk into the mic real quick.
Schenectady, Frog Valley, right? There's an interesting story about Frog Alley, right? It's named after an old baseball team from the early 1900s.
The Frog Valleys?
No, they're the Frog Alley. That was the name of their thing, the Frog Alleys. So the funny thing about them is they actually were pretty rebellious in their baseball. And they actually played a game on Sunday. And back then it was illegal. In 1904, it was illegal to play baseball.
Yeah, just like
or
drinking.
any sports on
Drinking in
Sunday,
Ohio,
right?
buy
Like
beer.
the Sabbath day. They got arrested for playing ball on a Sunday. I think they're actually the entire team was arrested and charged with playing Sunday ball. in
Arrested,
jail.
like went to jail.
Yes, 1904.
What do you think of this beer, Nick?
I like it, but it's not a fall beer. Like it's definitely like a little bit.
Is that our standard?
tart. No, it's not our standard.
All right.
We got our name and our mantra from drinking pumpkin beers in fall though, so I feel like that's like our go-to. But I don't think it's bad. But I would rather drink this beer in like a May or an early June.
It's kind of like the lime and agave kind of give me like a margarita feel.
I've got two things on that. First of all, your anecdote on the players being thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Do you blame that on the manager for not trying to get in the umpire space, aka the police? Kenny, maybe you could feel this one. What do you think? Thoughts?
Good for the player or the coach. Sounds like he's a real player's coach.
Did he get thrown in jail too?
The captain, the local captain, cleared the case the following day, so they all got thrown in jail. The whole team.
You know why?
All I see is the whole team. So I'm assuming the coach, the manager.
The police union's team was due to play them that night, and the police union's team was not favored.
in the book.
So when they spent the night in jail, that's a default forfeit.
So in the Air Force, God, this is so toolish. We had intramural sports. It was a flag football game. When I came in the gate that night, I got pulled over by the cops when we were playing the cops that night.
Oh.
What do you think that's about? Cooking the books, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It had nothing to do with the fact that you were running hookers and cocaine.
Well, they didn't find it in my car. Our roots run
Which
deeper.
one?
Quicksilver,
Okay.
both.
Deal.
We're not going to continue. Second thing. Agave.
about
That's stolen valor, right? For a beer to claim agave, that's a tequila thing.
Yeah.
You can't go down to Mexico if you're from New York. You got to go, 1,000 miles?
This doesn't, I would say
Human
this
eight.
almost doesn't qualify as a beer. It almost becomes a mixed drink almost.
Like a mocktail, but
I don't
with
know.
a cock.
I guess when you add grapefruit and stuff, like in Elvis juice, but
Maybe
like,
closer to Hefeweizen.
yeah. I don't know.
Because Hefe.
It is Stolen Valor, though. I see what you're saying.
Should we call up Frog Valley? Or Frog Alley, pardon me. I can meet their team.
Their phone number's back here. MEVTCT. Those
If
are
you
just
want, I
states'
can reach
initials.
out
Those aren't-
to-
That's not a phone number.
I can reach out to their social media manager, Hannah Breda.
Is it her name?
It's right here. I can email her and be like, hey,
Yeah,
what's up with the Stolen Valor
Shoot her a
of
quick
tequila?
Shoot her a quick email.
All right.
Schenectady is not spelled how I thought it would.
Did you look it up?
No, it's on the back of the can.
Oh,
Doesn't have my name in it. I thought it would be Skin of the Neck of Kenny. But
Did you? You should look at the picture of this baseball team.
They hot?
No, but they look like they belong in jail
Are they wearing stripes?
on their hats.
Oh.
Some of them look like they belong on the Andy Griffith show.
That might miss most of our viewers.
Oh, sorry, Dick Neff.
We don't have you. Yeah. Shout out.
He's out there buying old Milwaukee for me.
Does your grandpa know how to listen to podcasts?
Absolutely not. I just taught him how to use his direct dish remote the other day.
Dude, look. All right, Kenny, give a little preview of what we had to do earlier.
I did not do this.
Does your grandfather's grandson know how to make podcasts? Absolutely not. We did a Stein hold. Is that what they call it?
A hoist if you're Trent Shepard.
A Stein hoist.
hoist. We did a Stein hoist
Moist.
competition earlier tonight. Our entire team here at the Combustion Oktoberfest celebration.
Yeah.
We fared mediocre.
I think you and Seth fared very well. Seth, quite frankly, the jury's still out, but I think Seth won.
Seth did fantastic.
I think Seth really should have won. The guy that I witnessed cheating only because that I quit after 4 seconds for chugging the beer on stage.
the rules are you can
I'm a
cheat
flair
twice.
for the dramatic.
You can cheat twice.
Well, I cheated right away.
Nick Flair went all in.
Yeah, that
I
could have
have
been
a
one strike, right?
Flair for the dramatic.
Nick, tell him what you did.
Well,
All right.
we discussed before that we were going to do it, and I said I'm going to chug it. I've already won this before at Hofbrau House, so
Former winner.
former winner. Woo!
Yeah.
6 minutes and like 12 seconds.
That
in
should be a
Hofbrau.
yearbook superlative for hoist holder.
Yeah.
We should get you retroactively in the 2006 Watkins yearbook. Carly, make it happen. I'm sick of it not happening. I got best personality on it.
The ID, it said Mindy. I said, oh my gosh, hi, Mindy.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. This house is haunted.
The yearbook hit the play button and there was no video.
2006 Ouija board came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else you got on that yearbook?
Wait, Nick, did I cut you off before you told everybody that you chugged a beer in front of the audience?
Yeah, I did, but it's fine. I mean, I have a flair for the dramatic. We discussed it before we even started. I was like, I'm going to chug it. I think we'll get some laughs. Turns out I got a lot of booze, only because I bitched out and I could only drink half of it. Secret time, there was a lot of heaviness to that Oktoberfest. Very good beer, but not very chuggable.
A lot of foam they added on there to mess with Nick. I saw it.
Really full, a lot of sap.
Got a decent mug out of it. It's even got combustion on it. We met the brewers. They were super nice. Even gave us a share, which is great. Giving us some notoriety out there to the fans.
A share of Cum Bucket Brewing. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. I think it was a great atmosphere, great food. Kenny, you had a fried chicken sandwich there, right?
I believe it was a burrito.
That was a burrito?
I was gonna do a burrito. I decided to go with the Hot Kitty's chicken.
Yeah. They had
Truck,
a stamp
something
on
like
it or
that?
something. The bun looked like it was half burnt.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was branded.
Wasn't the best. Yeah, it had a brand. I don't know. It wasn't the best hot chicken sandwich I've ever had, but it was decent. I'd buy it again. I wish it wasn't $15, but that's what you pay for a nostalgic meal.
God damn it.
I'm never going to live that one down. Nostalgic meals and patio drinks.
All jokes aside, this does make a fantastic patio drink. This is what
This is good. I do like this.
Really?
Smooth. Yeah.
I think that I might be the dissenting opinion on this. I might be the least favorite on this. I think it's decent, but it's terrible for this time of the year that we're drinking it at.
When would you rather?
I don't know.
This is a spring beer for you?
Late spring, early summer.
I think. Yeah, we should rank all of our beers in terms of the.
Time of the year that you would drink them?
I was thinking the astrology. type shit.
I'm a Virgo, so I like this one in February.
Yeah.
Are we doing questions?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about a beer holding competition, 2006, Seth Nicholas would not get anywhere near where he would today.
Not even close. Seth Nicholas wouldn't even sniff second place back then.
You know who would sniff? Best dressed Ryan Wolf.
Dude's earring put out. I'll say it.
He CZ'd the shit out of that. Oh,
Best eyes.
James Molinar. He flipped my car in a ditch. I like how Josh McGee's got best hair and he's bald right now.
Hey, this is a protected class. You don't talk about fucking bald people like that. My
I
sister dated him.
I think
okay?
I got best hair at one point too. So come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
That's what I said. Best smile female.
Stephanie Royer?
Yep.
Wow.
And Zach Gard.
Zach.
He's a good looking guy.
I love Zach.
It's a good looking
His
man.
smile's wholesome.
That's a good looking dude there.
Yeah, he
he's a
looks
wholesome-
like he would just like come up to you at your door and ask you for money and be honest about
And
it.
he married Nicole Halcomb.
Dude, Zach literally gave me, well, maybe not literally, gave me the shirt off his back. He had a shirt that said Hetero Boy. And
Hetero boy.
it just says Hetero Boy and it has the male symbol. And I was like, dude, I need that shirt. Mr. Mead, I remember this in whatever our like government class or world studies. He's like, he asked a
Let me
question
see
one
this.
time.
What else you got on there?
and
Hold on.
And yeah, Nick, hold on. And he was like, what's the answer, Hetero Boy? Because Zach was wearing that shirt. I have that shirt still. It's in my closet. I'm going to rock it next podcast. And by
Perfect.
next, I mean not the next one because this isn't going to
Yeah.
work. But you
One
know.
of the forthcoming. In this picture, he's wearing a Foo Fighters t-shirt, so you know he's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. What is most...
Best personality with Seth. Seth won best personality.
Denny.
Denny
Yeah,
Phillips.
I only know this 'cause I
Let me
saw it.
vouch for this real quick.
She's very nice.
Mrs. Drake's class, first grade.
Wow.
My mom was like,
Etna.
I can only imagine. She was like, Seth, you're not getting fucking markers. You can just borrow them from somebody. Just bum them off somebody.
That
I
was
was like,
the kindergarten
I was
center, Kenny.
bumming cigarettes, markers from Denny back in first grade. And she's like, yeah, I'll let you borrow these. And that was one of my first memories of her. Second memory, and this is a bullshit one. Jamie Doodah, we had to color in some octopus thing. And Jamie told Mrs. Drake that her favorite color was white, so she didn't have to color it. And I thought that was absolute horseshit.
Do you call her out?
No, I was in first grade. I didn't know what was happening. I thought Mrs. Drake would be like, yeah, that's not a thing. She didn't have to color it. I was over there drawing my shit inside the lines, and she's like, nah, I'm not doing shit. Turn this in.
You're out there fucking slumming it with borrowed markers.
And
She's
Jamie
sitting there with a
Doodah.
full rack of markers like, I ain't using anything.
Jamie Doodah was running next level cons back in the day.
These were best friends. There's a male duo and a female duo, best friends. I'll name one.
Jared Butler.
No, he's not one.
Are you serious? Mike
Mike
Coleman?
Coleman and Jared.
Were they best friends?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Mike Coleman is one, but Jared Butler's not the
Oh,
other.
Dustin Meeker.
Dustin
Yeah.
Meeker.
Okay.
Why them? So were they like an
Ebony.
impenetrable trio or
No,
something?
they hit the tater tot, which was the up,
Yeah.
down, bump.
Puppy Pound Gang.
They're doing this.
Yeah, they've got it.
We did want to take a minute to make an announcement. I think we're pretty excited to announce that we've recently hired on a new member to the Malt Vault Podcast that's going to manage all of our social media. And
Our social media director and high inquisitor, right?
I don't know. You gave her the term.
Is that a German title?
No.
Like High Chancellor?
I didn't say chancellor. Chancellors aren't hired. They inspire people.
Hi, Chancellor.
I also am afraid. I'm always afraid to pronounce her name wrong.
Just don't say the last name.
Alicia. Pause for effect.
Alicia.
Alicia.
We-
Alicia's now our.
Militia Falor.
We have bullied her into taking this role with a number of text in Inception style.
Yeah,
it was basically
me and you sent
phone.
like pictures of pictures of pictures of pictures.
It was phoneception with time.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't understand it because you just don't appreciate Christopher Nolan like we do.
Leonardo DiCaprio would have appreciated it.
Would you?
I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
I'm too
I
old for
appreciate
Leo.
it.
Would you?
Leo?
Yeah.
I'm too old.
But when you were
Maybe.
25.
For the money.
I did see a meme. It said Google turned 25 years old today, and it said Leo DiCaprio just switched to Yahoo. I thought that was good. I'm so glad you don't talk in your mic so no one could hear that laugh. Thank
Stop
you.
it.
Thanks again. No, yeah. Hi, Grand Social Media Inquisitor Dragon. Just kidding.
No,
Yeah,
she's not a
everyone
dragon.
give her a very warm welcome in the comments, like you always have done.
Everyone clap at Alicia.
Yeah, please clap.
Oddly enough, she didn't show up for her first day of work.
Yeah, that could have been because we texted her on the spot.
That
but
was my mistake because I
either
told
way.
her the job's 100% remote.
The interview process was very brief.
yeah. Give her the JD for
The job description I put out, and this, if you guys qualify for this or you think this might be an interesting job for you, we at the Malt Vault will hire you with unlimited PTO. You'll be 100% remote. You can drink beer on the job. You'll get a daily shout out in every episode. Your daily tasks don't include many responsibilities. There's no manager. You'll be open to recommendations from our talent.
Is that us?
Swear words are encouraged, and the compensation has nowhere to go but up. So that's all positive. I think if that fits your bill, come and
Sky's the
give
limit.
us an email. Yeah.
But don't, because we already found somebody.
Yeah, we're full
Like,
up.
Seriously, fuck off, right?
We're fully staffed with 13 employees right now. So
Everybody wants to get in here. We're like Fang. What's Fang plus MVP?
Fang BT.
Fang VP. What's Fang?
are you like
fa-
Fang?
Like Facebook, Apple,
Like Eric Swalwell's girlfriend?
Netflix. Who is that?
Eric Swalwell? That's the congressman that was boning the Chinese spy for like 6 years, and he was on the House Intelligence Committee.
No, I didn't know that. That's cool.
He had a girlfriend named Fang Fang who was like, that was her legitimate
He
name.
banged Fang Fang?
Was she
Fang
hot?
Fang bang
She
bang?
probably was. No?
She was, anyways.
They would always give us these briefings in the Air Force saying like, if somebody is like way hotter than you,
Is this
go ahead.
classified?
We'll bleep the whole thing. No, it's not. It's basically like the honeypot thing.
All right,
Sorry.
We're going to cut that because that was, Nick, you can't do shit like that. This isn't WNCI.
all right,
I
tell,
haven't listened to that in 20 years.
I'm
yeah,
ready.
well, it made an impression on you, obviously.
I'm ready to hear classified information.
Go.
They would come in like OPSEC, so operational security briefings, and say, basically, if you are a 5 and somebody's like a 9 or a 10, there's no way they're going to get with you. And that is a fucking problem. And you should report that because they just want to get information out of you.
That's fair.
But everybody who's a 5, it's like people who,
Yeah, it's a 5's dream to get with an 8.
right. It's like when you work, the bottom 50% of people think that they're in the top 90%. It's one of those scenarios. So it's never
Yeah.
going to, even if you tell these people that, it's never going to play out correctly.
No
Anyway,
one's going to self-classify as a 5.
yeah. You said it very, very well. I can't add anything to that. Basically, you're a fucking 5. No 10's getting with you. But these were real briefings that we had. It was like, why do we have to tell these idiots that?
But a military 5 makes you a 7.
Depending if you're in the desert.
In a
Right.
uniform.
Well, depending on what kind of uniform you got and what you
And
tell
what
people,
STD
right?
you have.
Maybe if you're in Ohio, you're an 8. You move to California, you're only a 3.
That makes a lot of sense. Cali's savage, man.
It's a tough place.
It's a tough place to live. It's a tough place to give.
I defer to the she's out of my league.
Oh, you can't
Scale.
go too above.
Double bag,
when
no
you
seepage.
say when he says when they're at the bowling alley and they're talking about, and he's like, but I'm artist exemption. I'm expected to drive a shitty car because you drive a shitty car, it's a demerit. But he's I'm
In
an
a band.
artist. And you're in a band.
I'm in a
I'm
band,
expected
so
to drive a
it's a
shitty
plus
car.
one.
I'm an artist, so it's a +1 or whatever.
Yeah, there's definitely a scale that, and
I
you
like
have to
it.
account for other factors. Are there other factors that we should know about?
Are they psychosocial factors?
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
That sounds
in
like
your
a made
head?
up
They're
term.
socially in your head. Psychosocial.
Like psychosomatic?
Yeah, kind of, but we're not on fire. It's a psychosomatic. I'm on fire. You're
Did
not
we
on
get some
fire, Ricky
questions?
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get. I want a question. I heard that
Wait, nope.
Seth reached
Wait,
out.
hold on.
Yeah, I reached around to
You
some
said-
of our viewers.
You said you wanted some questions.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, so it could be related, unrelated to beer. Doesn't really matter. And somebody was like, "Do you guys cuss on the podcast?" And I think the answer is yes.
It's a hard fuck no.
Maybe Nick. Nick, have you abstained from all cussing?
No, I've tried not to.
Say the C word right now.
I will not say that word.
Whenever Nick wants to say cunt, he just goes or makes weird peeping noises.
Is one of the words no? That's a no word for you? Don't answer. It's okay. You don't have to.
Is it a no word for you, or is it a no word for other people?
Who's this viewer that asked if
That's right.
I want to know who asked that question.
We're not gonna do. So the way this works is you don't dime people out.
They're not anonymous?
No,
Are they
everybody
anonymous?
should be anonymous.
They're
That's only fair.
Yeah, they're exactly.
Is this a
anonymous.
long-time listener?
It will discourage anyone from sending us any emails if we dime them out.
That's
I say
true.
We don't ask who anyone is.
All right.
I mean, quite frankly, if I submitted a question, then I would want to be dimed out. That's just me.
Probably for your prize.
Well, you're on the podcast, so that makes sense.
All right, so this guy is not getting the Nick Leonard prize, which is probably going to be a roll of stickers. Sorry, you're not getting the roll of stickers. All right, here we go. Everybody was sucked into a meeting yesterday, so I didn't have time for a proper, regrettable discussion, but here's a pinch hit. In a life or death starvation... Starting over for the 7th time.
Starvesa.
Yeah, it's a new beer that's coming out. You're going to love it.
No, that's when you're
You're seeing
so,
stars when you're done.
Hold on, can I finish? That's when you're really thirsty for a beer. You have Starvesa.
Oh, I like it. Give me some.
Yeah.
Nick, we don't have to bump. Put that down in the, what's that called? Like the NP5, like that lists out all the medical diagnoses. Does anybody know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
Talking about physician's desk reference?
Yeah, but there's like a name for it for the book that it's in.
Book of Doctors.
It's called like that.
Chapters 1 through 7.
All right, whatever. In a life or death situation, starvation situation in the office, how does one prioritize who to eat or what order they deserve to be eaten? If someone offers they be eaten alive, I didn't see that part. Eaten alive ass first. Do you honor their wishes?
It's going to depend on who that person is.
Well, that's exactly what they're asking.
Are you expecting marbleization?
What does that
They're
mean?
Heavy?
Like meat?
Yeah.
Like how much fat?
Yeah.
You're going to be like...
You want protein, right? So, like, I'm just thinking of this face value. If that person's
No,
lean,
you don't. Why do you want protein? You want fat. Fat has more calories per gram, right? 9 versus 4 or whatever the fuck it is.
That's on you. I don't know.
All right, Nick, back to the drawing board. Get at it.
Hold on, Nick. You can provide the rest of your answer. I'll provide mine.
I was just thinking that protein would... I'm going to be working out, probably expecting to die. So, I'm probably
You're going to
trying
be working out. You're not going to be working out.
All right, Seth or Kenny, what's your thoughts?
You're going to be working out. You're not going to be working out because that would require more calories. What you're going to do is surviving, right?
Yeah.
Life or death.
Yeah.
You're eating
well,
people.
I mean, I guess what
You're
is
not
the
gonna go be
first
hitting
question
a
is
fucking
the,
gym in the
is the first
abandoned-
question is the first question that am I honoring their wishes, or the first question is who am I?
First question, who are you prioritizing? That'd be eaten first.
Probably the people that are the least efficient on preserving our life.
Oh, so not related to their
So like
work.
people, yeah, like
Well-
useful. Like, are you good at making a fire? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at hunting and gathering? Are like that's what I'm thinking.
What if they're a good storyteller? Do you keep them around?
no? So I'm probably gone.
You think you're a good storyteller?
But
Yeah.
the second part,
I'm just messing
the
with you,
second
man.
part of the
I don't
question,
think I bring much more to the table.
the second part of that question turns it into someone might self-sacrifice, right? Someone might say,
Yeah.
"Eat my ass," and if someone says, "Eat my ass,"
Do you honor their wishes?
yes,
You do?
why not?
For pleasure or for
Before I
food?
start murdering someone to eat them, I will eat someone who is saying, "Please eat me," right?
It says eaten
Is that a
alive.
guilt thing?
Eaten alive.
But you can cut off an ass cheek and cook it up and eat it.
Are
And
they
keep
still
someone
gonna
alive.
Are they going to still hang out
Now, if
with
you're-
an ass cheek missing?
Now, if you're in the Alps or the Andes, where'd that plane crash
oh,
happen? Where
the movie Alive with the rugby team?
I haven't watched that movie.
The Donner
But if you're
Party?
up there and you're cutting off ass cheeks, now you got to cauterize and clean that up because they're alive. You want to keep them alive. Now you have an injured person to get a meal, right? There's probably some dead people you could have at first, right? So obviously you eat the dead ones. But
Are we
if
assuming
it
that
gets
they're dead to start? Or is everybody alive? You have a group of 50 people in a room.
50? That's a shitty
Okay, whatever.
situation.
You have a group of an arbitrary number 10, 15, 30, 50, whatever.
However many people are in your Best Buy truck.
2 max.
I'm done.
What? You're not eating that guy or girl?
No, I
you
guess
gonna
what
rock,
I'm,
paper,
I guess
scissors
what
for
I'm
it?
saying is, original question is to me, right? So like, I'm going to decide who is most useful for the longevity of my life.
You are.
Well, I understand that, but I'm saying if I'm prioritizing,
It's a
if
group
that
dynamic.
person
You're in a
that
group dynamic.
offers it, if that person that offers for me to eat them alive is a useful person for keeping the most of us alive for the longest period of time,
Like a doctor.
I'm keeping them alive.
So if a doctor says eat my ass, you're like, nope, you're staying alive.
But
Yeah,
that's
I need you.
But that's subjective. And now,
There's a
are we
librarian.
talking
I'm
about?
like, we're not reading fucking books. We can talk about things.
Are we talking
You're
about the
gone.
whole group dynamic though of you having to convince somebody, the whole group, that that's who gets eaten, or are you just saying who are you personally deciding to eat?
That would be
That's
my
your
personal
vote.
choice. I'm not assuming that everybody that's in our group is intellectually and logically and rationally thinking what's best for the group as a whole. Everybody's going to think for themselves selfishly. So I'm thinking selfishly, if I have a list of a
Least
librarian, a
least
doctor, a vet,
contribute-
all these people, I'm trying to think of who's the least efficient.
Did you say a librarian?
Yes.
They're useless without books.
Yeah,
Are you guys agreeing?
I think so.
They're getting
No.
they're getting eaten ass first.
What
for
I'm
sure.
What I'm saying
regardless.
is, if we're gonna
There's
kill,
not a
if
lot of
we're
meat on a librarian's bones, if we're being honest.
if we have to, that's subjective.
That's librarianist.
Yeah. If we're getting to the point where someone has to die, we kill less people, right?
Yeah.
So we take the one with the most meat.
I think that makes sense, but that just
Even
gets,
if they're the
that gets
doctor,
into it.
well, if they're a doctor, that's different. But anything under a doctor or like a SEAL, right? Or something, something like
SEAL,
Yeah.
like Navy
Like a
SEAL,
Navy
or
SEAL.
what?
sure, I don't know, someone who's a survivalist.
No, we're not joined
Oh.
by a freaking leopard seal.
Short of someone who can lead our group to survival.
Yeah. Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
You're going by
You're going
BMI.
size. You're going by
BMI is
size.
going
Body
first.
mass index. Got it.
If it gets to the point of killing someone, if someone's like cut off my ass cheek and eat it, it doesn't matter. We'll just all cut off our ass cheeks and eat them. But then we all have open wounds that we have to treat, and then that becomes if like that's a hike. We're gonna hike around with no gluteus. Like that sucks.
One-legged guy in that.
Gluteus minimus.
I mean, I don't know. That's right. Am I understanding the question correctly? You want to read it one more time in case
I
there's
have
any
a
loose ends we
follow-up
need
question.
to tie up?
Well,
like
wait.
loose ends, like my booty hole.
I have a follow-up question.
Hold on. Well, let's
At what-
clarify. Let's clarify. What's your thing?
My question is like, how soon do you decide that it's time to kill someone to eat?
Immediately.
When you're all hungry. But yeah, you need
No,
to,
before when you think you might need to stack like 24 hours later, you kill them then.
once you crash
Yeah.
land and you're like,
Oh shit.
yeah. But for me personally, as soon as I
Well,
get
you
on a
feel
plane, as soon as I get on the plane before it takes off, I'm like that guy.
Oh, when I'm at the gate, I'm like, if you're standing in the way, you're getting eaten. Whatever you're in platinum member, but you're actually like diamond or some shit, get out of the way. You're getting eaten. I'm eating all of you.
Like if you say you're A32, but really you're A56. I've never done that.
Oh, you're getting eaten for sure. I'll eat both your ass cheeks.
This is weird because these
the
thoughts
goal.
never crossed my mind.
Who to eat?
Yeah.
Wow, you need to watch more Doomsday movies.
I guess I'm an inferior. I must have an inferiority complex.
if you can't spot the person you're going to eat, you're it.
I can spot as a father. I can spot who I would be who I think I could stack up against to kill if my family was in danger.
Okay, would you keep the hot girl alive?
No,
You're not trying to repopulate.
no. It doesn't take someone who's attractive to repopulate.
Would you keep the hot guy alive?
No.
I would.
Hand up. I might.
Yeah, I'm gonna advocate
Yeah.
for myself.
No, I would sit here and be like, how long do you last? How long do you last? How long do you last?
Whoa.
Do you shoot blanks? Do you shoot blanks?
What
Have
does
you had a
sexual
vasectomy?
What does sexual stamina have to do with any of this?
Am I trying to repopulate? I'm trying to find out if people are sexually staminate to...
Stamina is not a word.
How many how many pumps can you take before, All right, can I feel this real quick?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Listen, if somebody's like, eat me ass first, I'm like, no. There's no way I'm honoring that request. That's insane. We're going to be logical about this. I'll eat you front first or whatever way. I'm not eating anybody alive, okay? Let's just put that out there
It's
first.
got to be the best piece of meat, though, the butt cheek.
That is true. You're right. Like, if somebody volunteers, like,
What about ribs?
do me, nobody's going to volunteer, right?
Yeah.
So that's the dilemma. If somebody volunteers and says, this is my specific request,
If no one volunteers, that's when you get into the hard
you
conversations.
God damn it, I got to go back. You have to do it. I'd have to eat ass first. Because I'm not going to kill somebody who doesn't want to be killed.
And the combination would surprise you. Ass, mouth.
Someone will die eventually, and you won't be the first. Kind of like the Steinhold.
But if somebody dies eventually, that means they've lost a lot of body mass. So are you just waiting to like attrition at that point, and then there's nothing left of them?
I think there's a good amount. They're not going to
It's
get
a
in
very-
shape before they die.
It's a very deep question.
They're going to change their whole body composition before they die.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is they're going to lose it all.
Wait.
Yeah.
No.
What? You guys wait 2 weeks, right? You're going to lose a lot of mass.
I think the first thing that happens if you're in a catastrophic situation like that is you're looking for food and other stuff. And after that, you're like, all right, this is what's going to happen.
I got to watch this movie.
Castaway?
No,
Is that what you took out of that?
he didn't eat any people in Castaway.
No, that's why they didn't show you. Those were the deleted scenes.
I got to research some stuff on the Donner Party.
We should bring Tom Hanks on.
Thomas Hanks. Show him some fucking respect, Nick.
Thomas Hanks.
Yeah. Well,
I believe
actually,
it's pronounced Thomas.
I'm actually on it. He will be on next episode.
Thomas Hanks.
Is that how we end this?
Yeah.
So we all agree to eat ass first?
What-
I didn't agree.
Why
with
not?
that.
Anytime. I think that would be the best cut. The best human cuts in ass.
Nick's
It's a
trying
nice
to get out of
loin.
this right now. So, Nick,
Loin.
pointed question. If somebody says eat me ass first, do you do it or not?
No.
Okay, Nick said he's going to eat somebody else.
Yeah. That's my hard take.
I'll eat in a live person's butt cheek
All right.
for sure.
All right. Thank you for joining us on this weird spiral of a request / episode. Thanks again for Alicia for joining the Malt Vault podcast. We will send your compensation check in 2025.
Thanks, Frog Alley.
Yeah, very good. Nostrovia.